What's up, Toronto? This is Calvin Harris.
I feel so close to you right now.
Z103.5, it's Hammer. Welcome, Calvin Harris, back to Toronto in the live in the Z103.5 studios. How you doing, man?
Hey.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
Where are you coming from?
I am coming from New York.
New York.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing a promo tour sort of for the new
Kinda.
album? Yeah? And congrats on all the success around the world, and especially here in Canada, man.
Thanks a lot.
You're doing big things for sure. And compared to other producers and, the other DJs in the EDM genre, I think you're special because you can sing, you can write, you can produce. There's not many guys that can do that. I was walking around the office and telling people that was actually you and Feel So Close to You, and they didn't believe me, but I'm like, yeah,
me.
that's him.
Well, we have a thing called auto-tune.
Right.
And I can...
So I
sit in the studio and sing pretty much anything and make it sound good.
Really? So
Yeah.
I could be on the next track then, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
If we
Anyone.
got the auto-tune going back. All right, let's go back to the beginning for Calvin Harris. How did it all happen? When do you think you caught your big break, you think?
I had like a series of big breaks, different big breaks at different times. My first big break is when I joined MySpace.
Right.
I discovered my manager.
Uh-huh.
He didn't discover me.
Really?
I discovered my publisher. I got a record deal. My latest big break was the Rihanna song though.
Uh-huh. How did that all come together?
I don't really know.
No?
I mean, I toured with her in Australia, and she liked the set that I was playing, and she told me that she wanted to do a song like that.
Uh-huh.
But then a year later, I sent her We Found Love, and she really liked it.
Really? You just
Yeah.
sort of said...
That's the abridged version. A lot of stuff happened in between. But
Yeah, I'm sure.
it's a long story.
Did you actually get to work with her hand in hand, or did you sort of just send stuff over?
We didn't hold hands.
No, not like that.
No.
But,
Yeah, I was in the room when she sung it. Which was
right.
pretty cool.
Oh, awesome. Hearing
Yeah.
that over her vocal track. I mean,
It was great. It was insane to hear her vocal over that track.
With international album sales over 3.2 million, single sales from the tracks taken from 18 months already up at 2.2 million worldwide. In Canada, Feel So Close has already achieved triple platinum status, and Let's Go has achieved platinum. I want to congratulate you. 18 months, the title of the album, where did that come from?
Well, it's mainly because it took me 18 months.
Right.
It's 18 months since I stopped singing all the time. Since I made Bounce with Khalees, which was the first record where I didn't sing on. I used to sing on everything.
Uh-huh.
So roughly it was 18 months from that record coming out until the album coming out.
So it actually took you that long to do it?
Yeah, because I was touring at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in studio maybe a couple of days during the week, and then playing shows, testing the tracks out. And,
right.
An unusual way for me to make a record, because before I used to lock myself in a room for 6 months and try and think of all the tracks at the same time.
Yeah.
This was more fun because I got to test them.
It must be tough sort of touring and trying to do an album at the same time.
It was good. It worked actually, because I played the tracks, and if they went down really badly, I knew I didn't want to release them, or I knew what to change.
Right, switch it up a little bit. I was listening to the album. Obviously, it's in stores right now. Bounce is my favorite. I mean, we've been playing that on the radio station for a long time. Supported Calvin Harris really since the beginning.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's my favorite song off the album. But I also like We'll Be Coming Back. I like Iron as well with Nicky Romero.
Yeah.
And the Sweet Nothing, obviously, the new single that we're playing here on the radio
Sweet
station.
Nothing's my favorite thing I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah, I was chasing Florence for 2 years to do that track. And then finally it all came together.
So that'd probably be your favorite song off the CD.
100%.
Awesome. I did want to mention, after collaborating with artists like Rihanna and Neo, who would be next maybe for you? Or are you looking at somebody that you want to collaborate with?
There's some really great British singers at the moment. There's a girl called Emily Sandé, who has an incredible voice I want to work with. I mean, Beyonce is very much on the list.
Right. Anybody you were talking to recently that...
Might as well aim high.
Do people approach you, though, these other artists? Are they approaching you saying, hey, Calvin, I want to do
Not
something
really.
together? No?
No, not really. I don't know. I don't really hand out my number so much.
No, eh?
But I can't.
Right. 2012 was a massive year for you. What do you think the highlight of the year was?
Highlight of this year... I don't know. I mean, the summer was fun. Ibiza was fun this year. EDC was fun until the wind shut it down.
Right.
That was a lot of highlights. The whole year has been a highlight.
You performed at so many festivals around the world, like Coachella, and of course in Miami and stuff. That's where I actually seen you perform with the Swedish House Mafia, and then actually seen you perform here in Toronto recently. And I was like, man, you actually really kill it. You do a spectacular job, man. I've seen a lot of DJs throughout my radio career history going to Miami every year, et cetera, et cetera. But when you played the Toronto show, I was like, man, this guy knows exactly what he's doing. Is anything pre-planned, or you sort of just read the crowd and go from there?
There's a bit of both. There's always tracks that I'm definitely going to play. I don't know, you kind of, you get a feeling what people are going to want to hear a few tracks in.
Right.
But essentially, I like to play a similar sounding set. I don't want to change it too much.
What was your favorite festival maybe that you played this year?
Maybe it's Coachella. I think you just reminded me then.
Right.
Yeah, Coachella was crazy.
Probably one of the biggest, right?
Well, the first weekend, Rihanna was there, so she come out and she sang We Found Love.
Oh, awesome.
Which was insane. You know, I've never seen so many camera phones in my life.
Right. Who's your, other than yourself, who's your favorite DJ, like, just to listen to or maybe watch a show?
I like watching Tiesto.
Yeah?
He's one of the few DJs that is still around that just can pull anything out of the bag.
Right.
You know, you kind of get a feeling of what people's sets are like after seeing them a few times, but he can, you know, he's been doing it so long, he can produce something you've never, or you've just forgotten about.
Right.
And he plays it just the right time. He's so great.
Awesome. Now, do you keep in contact with all these other DJs? Are you buddies with them, or not really?
I mean, some of them, Tiesto, I speak to quite a lot. We share the same birthday. We have a lot in common.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know. Yeah, a couple of. I mean, Afrojack. I really like him. He's good. He's good for advice. Seven Grosso.
Right.
Not that many though.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming by, man. Congrats on all the success that you've had over this year and throughout your whole career.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. Calvin Harris, everybody, in studio. Yeah, live on Z103.5. Thanks a lot. One more thing before we go. Any advice to other DJs or producers that may be up and coming that you can maybe give them?
I think any advice to DJs would be a producer, and any advice to producers would be just make whatever you like making. Don't follow other people. Have fun. That's it.
Should they sing?
If they can sing, sing. It's not essential.
Right. Okay. Thanks so much, man.
All right.
Cheers.